came here. What you got in that bag? Oh,
No, exactly. We talked about that bag.
I know
he not, man. He's still your manager?
No, but yeah, he moved on to Xbox. He a manager on the Xbox.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I talked to him and I was like, okay.
Who your manager now? Should. Who your manager now? Should. Don't hold me to it. Should. Really?
Don't spend too much time.
You went back. Don't spend too much time with it.
I had to do something.
They gave you more money to go back?
Yeah, I'm supervisor.
They let you supervise. No, you was amazing at your job, nigga. Don't do that. Tone was serious. That was Mr. Wells fucking Fargo.
Yeah, it was until I realized, shit, this motherfucker's been on sleep for 20 years and I gotta coach you?
On me.
I gotta try to figure out how to make you better? Nah, that ain't gonna happen.
For sure. Man, what's good? How you feeling, man? Chillin', man. Thank you, man. Thank you.
He used to work here, huh? Yeah, something like that. He
Left my legacy in it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on the street team. I've been following his career since day one. I'm like, oh, that's pretty fucking dope. That's pretty fucking dope. But
I let out the loudest fart in John off. Right on his ass. For real. Fuck y'all, I'm a rapper now. And that inherent shit just wasn't it for me.
Yeah, and it's still some bullshit.
Yeah. It is. Politically, but you moving the ranks though, so I'm proud as fuck. It's some muddy waters. It's some muddy shit. And some of them people don't be wanting to move.
They don't.
They've been at work. They worked there 40 years, refused to get with the program.
They don't. No. And you can't do nothing. They gonna be right there.
Right there.
Yeah, you gonna have to see that though, dog.
You firing niggas, Tom?
Yeah, I'm gonna fire niggas. Yeah.
You just became the enemy?
Yes.
You firing niggas?
I'm public enemy number one.
That's crazy. I knew they was gonna get you.
You see my tattoo? You see HNIC written all over my face? Nigga, head nigga in charge. Shit.
I knew they was gonna get you.
Yeah.
Tone used to be working. Every time I came to your desk, your ass was working.
Nah, I drank cool.
Every time you came to my desk, I was working on some rap shit. I was not focused.
No.
Brand, are you gonna take these calls? Maybe.
No.
Bitch, I'm working on something. I'm a rapper. That nigga John was like, well, not today. Okay?
Every time. Every break, every lunch.
Oh,
so yeah, I want you to hear this. Line. Okay, cool.
Bruh. That nigga John shitted on me one day. I showed him my music.
Yeah.
Clean as shit. What up?
Bring the sex up.
But I had showed him my music. I'm like, I'm a rapper, dog. He like, oh yeah? Bro, he pulled this shit up. He was like, 67 views. That's nice. That's why when I signed, I'm like, did you send that nigga that video?
Yeah. He was like, yeah. He was pinking the motherfucker.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
500,000 views.
Well, yeah, we all can't do it. I'm like, yeah, but this one did.
This one did. Oh, what is that? Atomic? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I think shit on his ass.
No, it's about that time.
That's why I farted when I left his office.
Why you late, sir? He's waiting on you.
What to do, bro?
Get together.
See you in 5 minutes. See you in 5 minutes.
Yeah, man, you want more people on St. Louis to come out of here.
Come out doing a live album and some more stuff. So we're going to put it together.
Cool. Awesome.
Make it big.
All right. I wish you all the best, man.
You appreciate it. For sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, like, it was scary. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go and play this shit. Get it cracking, man. I appreciate y'all coming out too. I probably should have got a couple more bottles.
No, I got an extra one. I got an
Ah, look at you there.
What a gentleman. What a gentleman.
He's so nice.
Thank you, King.
He's so nice.
I want to welcome y'all to the St. Louis listening party, man. This shit mean the world to me. Of course, they scheduled a listening party for Atlanta. That's where Pain is based. So, but I was not dropping shit if I didn't get to do nothing at home. You know what I mean? So I definitely wanted to come out and invite some people. I know some of y'all done already heard most of it. I done leaked the shit last year. But I got tired. I was ready for niggas to hear that shit. So we definitely gonna run through that. I got like I got a new track on here that mean like the world to me. I'm gonna talk a little bit in between tracks, but I ain't gonna talk crazy because I feel like I just hate when artists do that shit. That's my personal opinion. I feel like the relationship between the listener and the music is completely different between the creator and the music, and I don't want to fuck that up. Like what it mean to you is what it mean to you, and what it meant to me is what it meant to me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is Year to 8. And this track one, we just gonna kick it off, man.
Working with Braxton, the hood got a good laugh in. I said I was rapping, never in my wildest dreams that I think it could happen. But they said it was that should have did it, yeah, that could have ended it, but yeah, here I am, once
again. This is Blue, by the way. Dawson Youngblood, she did almost.
Hi, Blue.
She did all the background vocals on the whole album. Yeah, man. Shout out to her, man.
You better sing.
Yeah, this next record is called In the Room.
I don't leave these niggas room to talk, cause now I'm the talk of the room. Plus we got Glocks in the room, just in case it's a op in the room. If you room to talk, cause now we the talk of the room. Bang, well, who's gonna watch my bang? I'm not just anything.
No, I was gonna drop the private link in the chat though,
Don't
for
be-
everybody
you know
to
what I'm
hear, so
saying?
y'all can definitely
He
keep it.
teasing us and we can't.
You funny, dog. OV. Yeah, this next record was actually the first solo record that I dropped under Nappy Boy. It's called Loud.
Don't say loud.
Yeah. So definitely. And this album, bro, I forgot to say before we started, like, I'm the first artist to drop an album under Nappy Boy. So like, nobody. They didn't have plenty of other artists, but they never like got as far as we got. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah, they either get too wrapped up, the music stop hitting, niggas stop putting in budget, or they like just fuck up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he been screaming Nappy Boy all these years and I'm the first one, that shit was when I was in middle school. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that wow.
Yeah. So that's one for St. Louis. For sure.
Let's go.
Well, yeah, this next record is called Loud. Yeah, here you go.
Your mind, loud enough. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying, loud enough. Ain't my shit loud enough. Ever since me so broke up. I done put the little taller. I done put on my sneakers. I don't really drop out the small stuff. Every time a nigga fall me, she be feeling self-conscious.
I added. It's called On Everything. It's featuring Nelly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, that shit crazy. Basically, it's like my first feature was with T-Pain and my second feature was with Nelly. So I think that's crazy that like
That's wild.
my whole rap career.
That's
Some deep shit. But even with that record, bro, this record is like one of the records that mean the most to me because I had this weird ass idea that when you sign a record deal, like it's like Narnia. You know what I'm saying? Asking you shall fucking receive. And that's not what the fuck it is at all. You still like on your own getting out here grinding. And for that Nelly record, bro, I waited outside the club for 3 hours for this nigga. Like, he had Pain that ran into him in Atlanta. And I told him, I'm like, man, it's this real stigma that Nelly don't fuck with artists in St. Louis that's coming up after him. And I want to pick him for a record because I know he probably would have never picked me. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta like, the cycle gotta break somewhere. Whether I break in reverse or whichever fucking way, you going on this album. So he met him at the strip club. They ended up getting too drunk to fucking even talk about anything. And he had came home for 314. They did some shit at Shisha.
that sound like him.
Yeah. So I pulled up. Yeah, I pulled up and shit. And I just was in his face about it. And it was funny because when he seen me, I had like went and bought this little St. Lunatic shirt from the gas station and shit. And
That's true.
yeah, I seen that and I was like, yo, I need that. So when I seen him, that's the first thing I was like, hey, look at that. And he was like, oh shit. And when as soon as he stopped, I'm like, yo, I'm T-Pain's artist. He was like, oh, you that nigga he was talking about. And I'm like, yeah, let's go to the studio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But after that, man, he showed me a lot of love. Nigga called me at like 1 o'clock in the morning. We went bowling. and like by itself, nigga bought the bowling alley out, and we chopped it up, and he put me on a lot of games. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to the OG, man. But this is on everything. That's not on there.
Something wrong, I don't know how I be knowing, but I be knowing. I still pray for my father. I pray my son don't ever let nobody pray on my daughter. Why they keep on looking us over about everything? Why they keep on trying to sold up? With some members left it hiding there for niggas. Did it over and over, and for some that's just a dream. The city's still riding with me, nigga. On everything. Why they keep on looking?
I bumped that for the Peabody Projects. I bumped that.
Yeah. I don't know where you been. Where you been? You know what I'm saying? The local scene got some shit to say, man. That shit's so crazy.
That's what's up, man.
Shout out to the local scene.
That shit fire.
Appreciate it. Yeah. So like, I broke the album up into chapters. So that was like the opening chapter. You know what I'm saying? I got a skit with my granny talking. And then it goes into the second chapter of the album, which is like slower and like more intimate. So I'm gonna introduce the songs together. The skit is called Granny Blessings. It's really us talking when I was a child and shit. And the song after that is called Sing For Me.
Oh look, how did you get a recording of you and your granny talking when you was young?
Nah, bro, that's the cool part. So we simulated it, but I did that because my granny was born in the 40s. You know what I'm saying? And me doing all of this, she's super proud of me and shit. And but she never got to experience nothing like this. So for me to put it on her calendar and let her be like a rapper for a day, like, yo, I'm like, update your calendar, make sure you on time. We got a studio session in the morning, like, you know what I mean? She got to get in the booth and do some shit. It was cool, man. You could tell that when she walked in, she was like, damn, this where you work? I was like, yeah, man.
That's what's up. Shout out to Granny.
I still been a dresser. I can help you out with your cold. Interior decorating is a chore, but I think your skin is great and it's mine. I think those drawers will go good on the floor. Ooh, egg and floor. Ooh, baby, sing for me, sing for me.
Hey, we gonna drop that video though. Oh yeah. That's probably gonna drop in June. So we had to wait for the rollout for that. Like, yeah, we shot a video for it. You know what I'm saying? I'll play it before we leave. I'll play it before we leave. Shot by Spencer. That was crazy by Rab over there. But yeah, Blue went crazy on that record, dog. Let's go. Yeah. We I've been trying to like convince her to do her own thing, man. I'm huge on like not just using people around you and keeping them under you, you know what I'm saying? And like pushing them to do their own shit.
As you should.
So she definitely be branching out doing her own thing. But once I knew that I had like pain on the album, I had some shit happening, I was like, hey, you gotta be on your own. Like we gotta figure out some way to get you to be, we need a St. Louis feature by herself. So that's what we did. This next record is called 10:55 p.m. featuring Blue.
Okay.
Jesus.
I'm
about this on the daily. Ain't no time for the fake. I'm on the way, babe, I'm racing. Ooh, baby. I took graceful showers, let it ride forever long, till infinity and beyond.
Definitely one of them summer jokes. But we was in the studio for Hellas. We finished it, and then I didn't like it right when you was done. I'm like, bro, this shit is missing something. I'm not leaving the studio until we figure out something. And I went outside for a second. I came back in, and I'm like, crickets. Remember that shit? Yeah, them fucking crickets, bro. Them crickets saved that song. It almost didn't make the album. Straight up. It'd be that serious, man. But right. This next record is called We Days.
Gotta show love.
Jimmy. Goddamn. Oh no, this next record is called Weekdays. I just dropped the visual for that. I made that record basically being a single dad that I wanted to make sure. I feel like it's a playlist for everything. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go slide on a nigga, they got a playlist for that. You know what I mean? If you in the mood to have sex, they got a playlist for that. If you go on a date, they got a playlist for that. Summer vibes. When I be struggling trying to figure shit out as a dad, me and my daddy ain't close, so I ain't had nobody I could call. But music has always been the one thing that like I can listen to, and it make me feel like it's somebody else out there who feel what the fuck I'm feeling. Yeah. But I didn't have no song, so I'm like, fuck it, I make my own. You know what I'm saying? So this is the playlist for all the parents, or even not parents, people who just had them days where it ain't the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to them single dads.
Wednesday, I work straight through Thursday. Friday, we gon' kick it. I said, Trace, that's my little dude, man. He be calling me Superman. I'm sorry to let you know, son, your daddy can't got hoes in it. Nigga, I'm not fly as you think I am. I'm not God like you think I am.
Appreciate you.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that track hits so different.
It
You know what I'm saying?
hit.
Like that hit like on a Tuesday, and you over here trying to like hustle. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Friday, your payday.
Yeah.
And you gotta think like, man, baby girl gotta get some milk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure she gets some shoes on.
Yeah.
So that song right there is something that, for me, pushed me to go until Friday.
Oh,
yeah. Man, like I really fucks with that. Like that hits right.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that, bro.
Real shit. Real shit.
Always.
And again, I'm gonna say this again. Shout out to single dads.
Oh, man.
Nigga, we try to make it happen.
Yeah. Always, dog. If you don't, then who will? You know what I mean?
Damn good job.
Real, man. The next skit is my grandfather, man. He really, really taught me a lot. The cool thing about this, when I was making this album, my grandfather was diagnosed with like stage 4 cancer. So I wanted to make sure that I got him on here as well, because one day he's not gonna be here, and I'm gonna need to be able to look back and make him know that he was a part of something. You know what I'm saying? So now he like the president of my fan club, which is the coolest shit ever. But yeah, when I was younger, he got me into boxing, and I never realized like all the shit that he was teaching me when he was teaching me how to fight, like really applied to my life. You know what I mean? That was like the coolest shit about this skit, was that I could never get him in the studio because of his condition. So I just went over there one day and I just let him talk. You know what I'm saying? And I secretly just recorded that shit on my phone. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking on the shit, and he was talking about boxing, and I added like some gym sounds and shit, but we were just working out at my granny house. And yeah, that's how the skit came about. And then after that, it lead right into the song Tinted Windows. So that's what's it.
Looking good out there now. All right, let's see that jab some more. Let's see that jab. Put it out there and bring it back. You got to keep that guard up. Yeah, okay, like your footwork is kind of flat. You're kind of flat. Move around, move around. You got to jab. You got to move. You got to think about what you're doing out there.
Like no hoe niggas in my business. Mouth full of ass, man, that's on the road. Riding through the north side with my windows tinted.
Right down the street, for real, down Lindbergh with your windows down. Damn right. Hey, Daddy.
It's so funny playing this shit and seeing some of y'all like not try to sing the words.
It's hard as hell.
We went through 11 tracks already. The last track on here is the title track called You're the 8. Yoda, featuring Young Cash and T-Pain.
Yep.
The story behind that record is basically, again, dog, they had this Twitch competition last year, and he had decided he wanted to sign somebody. And so he 1,000 people like submitted their music. He only took 600, and he like pinned us head to head every week. You know what I mean? We submitted a new song. They'll play like my record, play somebody else's record, and then the chat will vote on like, you know what I'm saying, 8,000 people will vote basically on who the best was that night. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, they put me and Retro up against each other the first night. So that shit was like scandalous as fuck. Yeah, that was fucked up. But all in all though, man, we made it top 300 all the way to top 16, top 8, top 4, and we made it down to the top 2, and I lost by like 0.8. You know what I'm saying? Like a fraction of a vote. I lost that day. You know what I'm saying? I lost that. We was low key like devastated for a second.
Somebody signal.
And because it wasn't even really about the music at that point. The person that we went up against, his name was Etu. Shout out to Etu. And he was like Polynesian, and they was like flying their flags in the chat and shit when they got there. It was a race situation, you know what I'm saying? And it was a us versus them. But St. Louis showed up hella strong. Like for us to be took on an island. You know what I'm saying? It was 314s everywhere. So that shit meant the world, man. But we lost, and everybody was mad. I seen how St. Louis niggas get fuck that nigga playing. I almost forgot one of the most important niggas here. This nigga Retro has became my best friend on the planet. Now, we was talking so much about music that I wanted to make sure I shout everybody out. Musically influenced. I talk to Retro every fucking day. You feel me? That is the one nigga who we laugh, giggle, and cackle. I have to tell him, don't call me after 6 o'clock because we laugh is cake. You know what I'm saying? Do not fucking call me after 6 o'clock, dog. But
you gotta relax.
You know, that's the one nigga, bro, he still make me feel human. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what, he the one person who, while everybody else will be so uppity around you, he'll still look at you and be like, shut up, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? He say shit like that keep you grounded, bro. And I love you for that. You know what I'm saying? And y'all need to hear this nigga's new music, because the shit is phenomenal. By the way, I'll make sure I play some of that shit before we leave.
Alright, y'all, my name is Rab. I'm Nando's media coordinator, creative director, whatever the hell else I need to be. When this shit drop, if y'all ain't heard it half the amount of times I've heard this project, you're doing some shit wrong. So I need everybody. I've heard it at least 200 times since he finished it. If y'all ain't did the same, then y'all not supporting this nigga. On that note, all I'm gonna say is this: if you know how to do it, you gonna know how to respond. Can I get an all work? No favors. Thank you.
I feel like dang, I'm to be honest, I just want to kind of give this moment to you. I think that you put your all, your heart, your mind, every essence of you into Yoda. Like, this project is for Nando. Yeah. You know, we sell it as Nando STL, but this is like a piece of you. So that know that when y'all all hear this, like, y'all really get a piece of Nando. Y'all feel the struggle. Y'all hear his kids, his relationships, how he feels about his friends. And I think that when you put so much into your art, you want people to feel it. You want people to receive it. And I appreciate you for putting that out into the world. I think that is important. And I'm so proud of everything that you have become. I think I sent you a long message a while ago that said, past you would be stuck as fuck. Yeah.
Oh, man.
From where you have been to now.
Yeah.
And I'm just incredibly proud of you, and I love you like that.
Oh, man. That was up. For sure. Well, the flow
I'm
is
about
up.
to put you over.
Okay.
Put you over. When I first met Nando, we was on some rapper shit. I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah. We looked at each other. We was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with you, bro. We gonna fuck with each other. Stay in the third."
It was at his shoot.
And it was at Bodine's shoot, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? We linked up. He was like, "I fuck with your music," and I was like, "Word." I didn't even think he knew who I was. You know what I'm saying? So he came to my show. It's crazy. Like, he came to his show. He came to mine, and then he invited me to outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to come to my barbecue. This, that, and the third. I had something to do that day, so I wasn't able to go. But after that, like, we just started chopping it up, and then one day we was in Chicago, and he was just like, "You know, you're like my best friend, right?" And I was like, "I feel the same way." Like, we just became like close ever since. And everybody that has doubted me industry-wise, you know what I'm saying, back and forth between like either mainstream or underground, he was the only one that believed in me fully. Like, when he was signed, he never changed. Before that, like, he never switched up on me. And I appreciate him for that, because it's a lot of people that was in my life that had switched up doing this music shit. This music shit is fucking foul. And to be honest, I hate it a lot of the times because of how foul it is. When you got a genuine heart and you got a passion for something, and people use you and abuse you, but he never did that, not one time. He told me, he was like, "When I make it, bro, I'm putting you over." So I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. This man that took me on a college run. He trying to take me on tour again. Like, he is literally trying to push me as much as I'm pushing him. And that's the most important thing about having a relationship in the industry, is with somebody that believes in you and they out doing the exact same thing.
Talk that brother.
Yeah. So this isn't just like my best friend. This is like my blood brother. My blood don't make us any closer. And I'm glad that God put him in my life because low key, if it wasn't for him, my life would be in shambles right now. So I appreciate you, bro. I love you. And I appreciate everything, bro. We finna kill the rest of this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So, these niggas try to make me cry. I ain't going.
She got the shades.
Oh, me, man. But yeah, I can run anything back. If anybody got anything.
He said the whole thing. Put that shit on play off.
So I just thought I'd repeat here. Any questions or anything anybody want to ask?
Any Q&A questions before he runs the album back?
Yeah, for sure.
And anybody have any questions?
Hey, what's the realest shit C-Pain done told you?
Hold this money. What's the realest shit he was talking about?
Realest advice.
You like,
For sure, man. Thank you.
I do not.
I'm trying to find the PG-13. Okay. The realest thing that man told me was basically this: that Pain influenced like our whole generation as far as like using auto-tune and that whole sound. You know what I'm saying? And we wouldn't, without Wayne and Pain, we wouldn't even have a future. We wouldn't have a lot of people that we have approaching music the way they do. He was the first nigga to use auto-tune like that. He wasn't the first nigga to use it, of course, it's that right and shit like that. But the first nigga to use it in that way was Pain. And out of every artist in the industry, the only nigga who we request to not hear with auto-tune is Pain. The nigga who started it. You know what I mean?
He killed it.
Everybody else uses it.
He fucked it up. He was killing them with that shit.
He was.
That's why they was hating on him.
On me. But I think that's the craziest thing, that the originator is always the one that get left out. You know what I'm saying? So I think the realest thing, Pain ain't really told me shit. I learned more from like watching him, you know what I mean, and his experience. So the realest thing that I've learned is that there's gonna be a whole lot of people that do some shit that I done did, but who probably done stole a lot of shit from St. Louis already. But it don't matter, because even though all of that shit happened, Pain's still Pain. You know what I'm saying? So Nando gonna still be Nando.
Yeah. Speech. Okay.
For sure.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah. For sure, man. Y'all digest the music different. I fuck with this. This is like,
oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We played it in Chicago, we done played it some other places, and niggas be questioning the fuck out you. The fact that y'all just like, hey, that shit hard, bro. Run that shit back. Stop talking. Like, I appreciate that shit. So I'm gonna run it back. I'm finna go grab some of this shit in here to eat, and I'm gonna be around, man. I would love to shout out to all y'all.
You can find me on Instagram, your favorite color blue. URFAVBLEU.
Okay.
I think that's right. Facebook is just blue. You can find me there. Music coming soon. Actually, I do got a single out. Where from here? Go everywhere.
I know the features went up. How much the features? If a rapper want a hook, how much is it?
It depends.
They gon' say the dream too big, and you got carried away. Till you fuck around, get carried away. Then they wanna come ride the wave. But this one's ours. This one's ours. Back it up. You ain't even got no wristband. I'ma need y'all to disband. Y'all not a part of this band. Fell in love with my accent, but it wasn't by accident. Marble, these flows is immaculate. I know what my passion is. My bank account filled with commas. My hood speaking in tongues. They greet me up.